Hey everyone, and welcome back to another MGN Destiny 2 video. In this video I'm going to be answering a very important question. Is Destiny the game for you? Have you been thinking about Destiny? Is Destiny on that list of games that you're just waiting to try out but you're not quite sure why or when? Well, hopefully this video answers those questions for you. So without further ado, let's get started. So we can't really answer this question without actually answering the basic question first, which is what is Destiny 2? Destiny 2 is a first-person online multiplayer looter shooter. Quite a long name, I know, but it has many variables to it. Destiny is all about getting the next best gun in your inventory, what best suits your playstyle, whether that's solo or with your friends. With this means that you're going to be taking a huge arsenal of weaponry at your disposal, whether that's the mighty exotic Thorn or just something as basic like the legendary Long Shadow. Destiny hits people in many different ways, and that's purely because there's so much to the game. You're either in love with Destiny because of its amazing lore and how deep it goes into all of these nooks and crannies with all of these storylines that it tries so hard to tell. Little side note as well, there is actually lore books in the game that you can unlock as you progress, which tells you more and more about the story. Or it could be things like PvP, where testing your skill level against other real life players is really where it plays the ball for you. It really depends on your playstyle. For me, I got into Destiny way back in Destiny 1, which I believe was around 2010, quite some time ago. I was there for the beta. I actually bought a console specifically to play Destiny because Destiny 1 was only available on consoles at the time. Now Destiny 2 is free to play on Steam for PC users as well. It was originally on battle.net. They migrated it across two platforms because Bungie decided they want to go independent with their publishing. So this really opened the door for many players out there who never actually owned a console and never got the experience of Destiny. They now could do that because Destiny was on Steam. And now that it's free to play, many people are coming along for the ride, and here is why you should give Destiny a go. Destiny has come so far within its timeline, from many storylines to many expansions to now a season pass model whereby every 3 months new content gets added to the game, which means you won't ever get bored. It's also great to meet new people. I met most of my friends today because of Destiny. Whether that's what we call LFG, which means finding new players online for you to play with, or heading on over to local blog posts like MGN. You can find people in the comments there who play this game. Some of those might actually play Destiny 2 because of the loot. Obviously, loot is a very important thing when it comes to Destiny, and one of the things that makes loot so important is it makes everything feel unique and original. That Thorn exotic hand cannon that you have will not play the exact same as your Dire Promise hand cannon. Both have very distinct playstyles, but they're both essentially a hand cannon. Each gun has its own personality in the game, and when you're firing a weapon, it definitely does not feel like you're just shooting another sniper rifle or shooting another rocket launcher. It actually gives that weapon a unique feel. You just know what gun someone's using as you hear it firing off in the distance before you've even seen it. Destiny's gameplay never gets old in my opinion. They're always adding new things. One of its latest release that's recently been introduced to Destiny's universe is Beyond Light, where it continues the story all about the darkness and introduces us to some new characters like Aramis, the new fallen leader. In this expansion, people are going to be facing off against Aramis and understanding more about the darkness as they play. Only this time, you're going to be wielding the power of the darkness. This isn't something that we've ever had before, and for those of you who don't know much about Destiny, the darkness is a storyline that's been built up in the Destiny franchise for almost a decade now. So finally being able to wield that power and understand more about this lingering enemy that we've been so tickled with our entire lives of playing the Destiny franchise, that really definitely spices up the gameplay a bit. Stasis brings a whole new mechanics to the game. You can freeze your enemies in place. It completely changes the way you play PvP now. It has completely changed just the way you look at Destiny. That same strike that you went into last year suddenly isn't that same strike that you went into this year. 3 months ago, I was probably playing PvP, but now when I play PvP, you definitely have to just sort of take a step back a little, because who knows what's lingering around the corner, whether or not you're going to get frozen in place. It really makes you feel tactical. It really makes things original, new and exciting. You really just have to be on the ball. You have to sort of almost predict decisions now, and I think that's really good. It definitely helps players increase how fast they react to things, and overall makes you a better player. But let's say PvP isn't your thing. Let's say you are a PvE player, a player versus environment. There There's so much there for you to enjoy. You have strikes, you have nightfalls, you have story missions, you've got side quests, you've got all of these things, you've got vendors which offer miniature quests, you've got bounties to complete. All of these things are objectives for you to complete, which will grow your arsenal. You'll get better weapons and better equipment, and overall upgrade your light level as well, whilst understanding more of the story around Destiny. Every character in the PvE experience has his own backstory, new things to learn with everyone that you speak to. Most recently, upon the release of Beyond Light, is the New Light experience. The New Light experience is an area for new players who don't know anything about Destiny, can jump in. Not everything is going to be thrown at them at once. They're going to be gradually introduced to the mechanics of the game, and it just makes for an easier and better experience for players that really understand the world of Destiny. Before, it wasn't quite like that. Everything just got thrown at you straight away, and it almost became overwhelming and intimidating. Gone are those days. You're going to be introduced to a new character that no one's ever seen before, and he's going to show you the ropes of Destiny, how to fire your gun, how to change weapons, how mods works, what strikes look like, how the map works, infusing weapons. All of that gets taught to you in a very, very gradual way, and I think that's great. The last thing you want to do is overwhelm someone when they know nothing about your game, and this New Light experience definitely ticks the boxes when it comes to introducing things properly. One of the most amazing things about Destiny right now is it is a free of charge game. You do not have to pay for it. That New Light experience that was newly introduced with Beyond Light's release is free content. So if you ever wanted to just jump in and understand the world of Destiny and see if it's something that would fit your book, then you can do that and not spend money. And if you're not into it, you can quite literally just remove it from your library. Or if you do like it, you've suddenly found a game to sink more hours into. Destiny definitely has its downtimes. There have been times when we've had something known as a content drought, where it feels like you're repeating the same thing over and over. But one thing that makes Destiny so original, especially with its Beyond Light release, is there is so much new content right now that it's going to be very, very difficult for you to feel like you're doing the same thing over and over. There is just too much there for that to happen. If you get to the point where you're literally running out of things to do, you should pace yourself a little. There is so much in the game right now, and there's a reset every single Tuesday for new and exciting pinnacles for you to reach. If you're into first person shooters whereby you can keep on collecting the next best thing, just waiting for the next exotic to drop in the game to grind your way up to the top and become the best as you can be, and then show that off into a PvP experience if you wanted to, then this game definitely ticks your boxes. You should definitely check out this game if need be. Destiny is one of those games where you have to spend time on it. The best gun in the game is definitely not going to be an easy one to get, and it will require you to do some quests for it. There was a recent quest that came out recently for a new exotic sword called the Lamont, and it actually has quite a beefy quest line. However, the story that is actually involved with the Lamont quest itself is absolutely phenomenal, and in my opinion is one of the most amazing exotic quests that we've had in a while. MGN have actually written a guide on the Lamont quest. Definitely remember to hit that link in the comment section below to check that out. We've got an entire written guide on that quest and a video showing off exactly where to locate things, where to go at specific times, and what the amazing exotic sword actually feels like in game as well. Destiny is definitely an amazing universe. I think it's one of the most amazing universes out there. The way the story is told, the lore that is behind specific characters, it really makes you feel like part of the universe, and you can meet some amazing people in this community. Like I said at the start of this, I met all of my friends on Destiny. They are some of the most amazing people that I've ever had the pleasure to meet. Destiny has something called raids, which requires a 6-member team. It's really great because it means you have to talk and communicate, and everyone has their own role and everyone has a specific purpose. When you accomplish a raid, it just really makes you feel like you're united as a team and you did good by your role and you helped accomplish the end result, which is a new exotic weapon or new raid gear. It really is an accomplishing feeling, and when you get that last hit and just watch the boss's health reach 0, it's definitely a good feeling. It really gives you a sense of accomplishment. Destiny can actually be quite a peaceful experience as well. If you want to jump in and just do some small little missions, you can do that. Or if you wanted to dig deep and get on the big stuff like the big exotics, then you can definitely do that too. But like I said at the start of this video, Destiny at its core is a looter shooter. It is all about getting the next best gun. And if you're into that, and if you're into putting in the grind and getting that power level up to as high as it can go and making sure that you can get the next exotic that has recently been released, then this definitely ticks your boxes. Or even if you're not into that, the game is free of charge, download it, give it a go. If you're not quite into it, you're at no fault to remove it from your library, but I very much doubt you'll do that. Destiny definitely ticks a lot of boxes for a lot of people. The community is amazing, the graphics is amazing with the new engine update, the new quests that are out gives players tons of hours to enjoy, and there is still stuff on the way with its current season of Season of the Hunt, which brings an incredible story involving a character from 2 expansions ago that we get to revisit. Not going to spoil anything. If you want to experience that for yourself, jump in the game and find out now. That season is available as we speak. Guys, I really hope this answered your question. I really hope the gameplay on screen has definitely encouraged you to download this game and give it a try. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Definitely remember to head on over to the MGN Destiny website where you'll find tips and guides there. Guys, I really appreciate your time. Stay safe out there and take care of yourselves.